Many English learners often wonder how to be more polite in English. In many languages, you have special verbs and special pronouns that you can use to be polite. But English does not work that way. There are no set rules for being polite. In general, to be polite in English, you want to soften your language and you want to be less direct. This generally involves using longer sentences to express yourself and involves using words like could, would, and may to soften your language. So, in this English lesson, I will give you some tips on how to use these words to be more polite, and at the end, I'll give you a useful practice exercise so you can practice making some very direct sentences more polite. But first, let me be polite by introducing myself. My name is Kendra with Fluency King. And if you're new here, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you can get more English lessons like this every week. So, in English, the easiest way to be polite is to use words and phrases like please, excuse me, could you please, would you please, may I please, and if you don't mind. These words and phrases help to soften questions and your requests so that you don't seem so direct, so rude, or so pushy. For example, at a restaurant, we would very rarely tell a waiter, I want a sandwich. This phrase is grammatically correct and you will be understood. But it's also very direct and a little bit harsh. Remember, polite English is very indirect. If you say, I want a sandwich, please, this is a bit better and a bit more polite. But if you say, I would like a sandwich, please, or I'd like a sandwich, please, this is the most polite way to order. Another common question is, where's the bathroom? Again, this phrase is grammatically correct, and people will even help you if you say it exactly this way. But we can be even more polite. We can say, excuse me, where's the bathroom? In this example, excuse me softens the question. We could also say, excuse me, could you please tell me where the bathroom is? This is the most polite version of this question. The use of both excuse me, could, and please softens these questions. Now, sometimes you might have a customer that is misbehaving at your job. Instead of saying, stop it, harshly, just like that, you can soften it by saying, stop that, please. This is an improvement, but we can be even more polite. The most polite way would be, excuse me, would you please not eat in here? Excuse me, could you please not smoke in here? Another way to make a polite request is saying, if you don't mind, could you please? For example, if your taxi driver is driving a little too fast for your taste, instead of saying, slow down, very harshly, just like that, you could say, if you don't mind, could you please drive a little slower? You could also use, if you don't mind, to ask permission to do something. You can say, if you don't mind, may I please try one of your candies? So now let's practice a little. I'm going to give you a very direct sentence, and I want you to make it more polite and less direct by using those words, excuse me, could you please, would you please, may I please, or if you don't mind. So let's give it a try. So first sentence, I want a Coke and a salad. How would you make this sentence more polite? You could say something like, I would like a Coke and a salad, please. All right, great. So next sentence, where's the report? How would you make that more polite? You could say, could you please tell me where the report is? Every time you can get could and please into a sentence, you're being very polite. Okay, and our last example, clean up before you leave. How would you make that more polite? You could say, if you don't mind, please clean up before you leave. Well, that's everything for this lesson. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you learned something. Subscribe to the channel so you can get even more useful English lessons like this every week. And check out fluencyking.com. You can check out my free ebook on how to become fluent in English and all of my mini courses. As always, happy practicing until next time. Bye!